Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're doing something a bit different. We're not digging through complicated reports.
No, not today. We're actually exploring, well, the simple power of human connection.
Yeah, and it's all sparked by a really moving story one of you shared with us about someone named Patty Tucker.
Exactly. Our source here is, well, it's a personal reflection. We're calling it TheSpark.pdf, basically.
Okay.
And it's just a great example of how these, seemingly small interactions can have this huge lasting impact.
Right. So our mission, if you like, is to really get into why this nonverbal thing, this simple look, felt so significant and stuck around for so long.
Mm-hmm. Let's unpack it.
Okay, so our listener takes us back to middle school, that awkward time.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, the hallway rush between fourth and fifth period.
Yeah.
Every day. And it involves this girl, Patty Tucker.
Right, the hallway hustle. And what's really striking is just how basic the interaction was.
It really was. The consistency, though, that seems important.
Day after day, yeah. Something incredibly simple happened.
A smile. Just a smile. That's
Yeah.
it. No words, no notes, nothing planned. Just, passing in the hall, quick smile.
It makes you think about that unspoken language, doesn't it? The stuff we do without even thinking.
Totally.
I mean, think about mirror neurons. A real smile can trigger this immediate subconscious connection, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that biology plus the repetition just cemented it, made it feel significant.
And it clearly built something. Because here's the kicker. Our listener eventually asked Patty Tucker to the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Ah, okay. So the smiles led somewhere.
Seems like it, yeah. Like those little daily acknowledgments kind of paved the way, made it feel, I don't know, safer or more possible to actually interact.
That makes a lot of sense. The dance invitation's like the real-world proof of that quiet connection they'd built. It suggests, that those nonverbal nods created enough positive feeling for a bigger step.
Okay, now jump forward. 20 years or so, school reunion. And both of them, our listener and Patty Tucker, they both vividly remembered those hallway moments, those smiles.
After 20 years, wow.
Yeah, isn't that something? A brief daily smile from middle school still felt important to both of them decades later.
That says so much. It wasn't just, being polite in the hallway. Something genuinely meaningful must have been exchanged there. Something that, registered emotionally and left a real positive mark.
And that's what got our listener thinking, prompting this whole deep dive. They were just amazed that a look, a smile, 0 words could create such a powerful, lasting memory.
It really challenges how we usually think about communication, doesn't it? We're so focused on words.
Yeah.
And this just shows how potent nonverbal stuff can be, how deeply felt and memorable. What do you think pushed the listener, though, to actually ask her to the dance? Was it just the buildup of smiles?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Hard to know the exact tipping point, right? But what really jumped out at me from their reflection was the feeling they described.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
They called it an interconnectedness.
Yeah.
And it was clear. It wasn't just like a typical middle school crush thing.
Ah, interesting. So deeper than that.
Yeah, it felt pure, like a basic recognition of each other. Shared life, shared humanity, something like that.
That's quite profound for a hallway smile. It suggests a connection that sort of bypassed all the usual social stuff, the awkwardness, the boy-girl dynamics.
Right, and got down to something really fundamental, human to human.
Okay, so let's shift perspectives. What does this story tell us from, say, Patty Tucker's viewpoint, as reflected in the source? What's the core insight there?
Well, the source highlights the sheer potency of that simple connection. Patty apparently talks about it as a silent exchange of energy.
A silent exchange of energy.
Okay. And she describes the smile itself as a microtransmission of inner light.
Wow, that's a beautiful phrase. Microtransmission of inner light. It frames it not just as politeness, but as something almost spiritual, or at least deeply resonant.
Exactly. And she felt these moments were like sparks recognizing each other.
Sparks recognizing each other. I like that. It gets at that immediate intuitive recognition you mentioned.
And the fact that this memory lasted so long for both of them.
Patty apparently links this to what she calls the energetic charge that remains held within the web. Yeah, her term for the network of human connections and shared experiences. These strong positive moments, like the smiles, they leave a bigger imprint in that web, you see, which helps explain why the memory is so persistent.
Like a ripple that keeps going.
Yeah.
It fits with our listener feeling that interconnectedness, that sense of something beyond just the physical senses.
Right. It really pushes us to think about what communication even is. Patty suggests this whole experience was a glimpse of your true potential, hinting that we can connect in ways that go way beyond words.
Like a silent conversation happening underneath. She puts it really poetically.
Mm.
The universe within you, recognizing the universe within another.
Exactly that. The spark acknowledging spark. Life recognizing life, basically. It just cuts through all the social noise, the roles we play, for just a pure moment of being.
So that silence in the hallway? It wasn't empty space at all.
Not at all. It was loaded, filled with that mutual recognition.
Not one word was ever spoken. And yet that silence spoke volumes. That really sums it up, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It shows that real connection doesn't always need a big speech. Sometimes the deepest understanding is completely wordless.
The source talks about the lingering magic of it all. The power of just being present and seeing someone else, truly seeing them.
Mm-hmm. It's a reminder that the quietest exchanges can often be the most meaningful.
Which brings us to this quote Patty included from someone named Zoran.
Ah, yes, the Zoran quote. What was it again?
The loudest conversations are often the most empty. True understanding passes between sparks in the quiet language of existence.
That nails it. The quiet language of existence. It perfectly captures what seems to have happened between our listener and Patty. And building on that, Patty actually offers a little exercise, something practical for you, the listener, to try. She calls it the dragon trial, the silent gaze.
Ooh, dragon trial. Sounds intense. What is it?
It's actually pretty simple, despite the name. The idea is just to consciously make eye contact with someone today.
Okay.
It could be anyone, friend, family, coworker, maybe even a stranger if it feels okay. And just share a genuine smile. No words.
Just eye contact and a smile?
That's it. The key is the silence and the authenticity. Then just take a second afterwards to notice how it felt. Did you feel a connection? What was the energy like in that quiet moment?
Huh. Like a little mindfulness exercise for connection. Paying attention to those tiny moments we usually miss.
Precisely. Tuning into that quiet language of existence, Zoran mentioned.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into, well, the surprising power of a simple smile, here's maybe a final thought for you to chew on. Just consider, how many of these silent connections might you be missing every day? Think about those fleeting moments of eye contact, those unspoken acknowledgments. What potential power might be hiding in plain sight, and the quiet ways we recognize each other?